Hey there, it's Pokemaniac Andy back again for something completely different from this channel and non-Pokemon related. This is Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game. Yes, this is a video game based off of the popular comic book card game. That's very near. I love it so much, and this is something I really wanted to share with everybody that I can. So we get started here. I'm gonna try and do a quick game, but it's probably not to do the first one, but I'm going to try and explain as much as possible. And just for your frame of reference, this entire game is based off of three principles. That is play, power, and draw. So it is a card game. The video game is a card game. So let's start a new game. And as you can see, these are the different villains that are currently available. I have the expansion. And the variant banner cross means there's two different types of the card. So like Baron Blade here has this one, and then he has another card side called the Mad Bomber. Omnitron has it too. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 heroes currently available. And generally a game is 3 to 5, as you can see by the bottom. And then there's also environments, which will either help or hinder you during the entire process. So I'm going to randomize the game, and I'm going to try and just get a normal Baron Blade up with hopefully 3. I'm just going to turn Bunker into regular. I am by no means an expert at this game. I am happily mediocre at it. And we are going to be using against Baron Blade, we are going to be using Bunker, who I am absolutely terrible with, but we'll see how this works. We have Haka, and we have Wraith. Bunker is a weaponized mech suit, basically. Haka is a very strong warrior that was kicked out of his tribe. And Wraith is essentially a female Batman, or Batwoman, you could say. And we are going to be fighting an Insula Primalis, which is basically a bunch of dinosaurs that are going to try and mess us up. Both us and Baron Blade. So I'm going to hit the fight button. Tremble, fools! The moon grows closer with every breath. Work together, team! We think tactically protect your teammates. Okay, so in this game, the villain always goes first, and Baron Blade always starts with the mobile defense platform out. So that's gonna, if you missed it, the mobile defense platform makes him immune to damage. And the card he just tried to play restored 10 HP, but since he's at full health, it doesn't do anything. And with Baron Blade, on this side, if you reach, like, all villains have two sides, and they flip depending on special conditions. Baron Blade's is, if you defeat him at 40, if you defeat his 40 HP, he flips to another side, and he becomes Cyborg, I can't remember what it's called. But it's currently our turn, and we currently have to play a card. I am going to... Okay, we have 4 cards for Bunker. We have the Auxiliary Power Source. It's an equipment card. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this to use an additional power this turn, and its power, our power phase, is draw 3 cards and destroy this card. We have External Combustion. Bunker deals 2 fire damage to himself, and deals each non-hero, so anybody that's not a hero, so it will include cards from the environment, target 3 fire damage. Can everybody... This my mic working? Okay. We have the Gatling Gun. At the start of your turn, Bunko deals 1 target, 2 projectile damage, and then I have to discard a card or destroy this card. And then we have Turret Mode. Bunker is based around modes. So this mode will let I cannot play or draw cards, but I can use additional powers. So this is good when I have him all set up, and I can just keep using a bunch of powers. So I'm just going to use his Auxiliary Power Source. So I have a choice of 2 powers. His character card power, which is initialized, which is just draw a card, or I can use the Auxiliary Power Source, which I said before is draw 3 cards and destroy this card. So I can use the power, and I'm going to get 3. Going to grab 3 cards, and I'll explain what they. I'll explain. Well, we got 2, and then we draw a phase. So it's Haka's turn. He has Enduring Intercession, which is redirect any damage that would be dealt to the hero target by an environment card to Haka, and the power is destroy this card. Haka of Restoration, draw 2 cards and discard 1 or more cards, and Haka will regain that number of cards. health. Then we have Haka of Shielding. Draw 2 cards and discard 1 more card. And reduce the damage dealt to Haka by 2 for each card discarded this way. And finally, we have the Tai Aha, which is an equipment. If you're wondering what limited means, that means I can only have one in play at a time. You saw some of the cards had called one-shots. They sound exactly what they are. They're a one-time use card. So I'm going to get the Taha out. So the powers I have to choose from are his Crush ability, which is deal 1 target 2 melee damage, or the Taiha, which is Haka deals up to 2 targets 3 melee damage each. So that's good later, but it's also good to use now. So I'm going to hit his Baron Blade's mobile defense platform for 3 damage, and see because the mobile defense platform is up, I will do 0 damage to Baron Blade. So that's incentive to get the platform down as soon as possible. Okay, so we're on to Wraith. So we have Impromptu Invention, which is a one-shot. So draw a card, search your deck for an equipment card, and either put it into play or your hand, shuffle your deck, and you may play a card. Mega Computer, which will reduce the damage dealt by the environment cards by 1, and I just realized there's 0 here. We have Razor Ordnance, which is a power, which is a card with a power. So that Wraith deals 1 target 3 projectile damage, so that's really nice. And then we have Trust Fund, draw 4 cards and discard 2. So that's good to get more cards back in your hand. I'm going to use the Impromptu Invention, which is going to draw a Grappling Hook, and I'm allowed to grab 1 card from my deck. So Eyepiece lets me look through the villain deck. I can grab another Mega Computer. I can grab a Micro-Targeting Computer, which increases projectile type damage. Smoke Bombs, which will redirect damage. Stun Bolt, which will do 1 damage and reduce damage down. We have Throwing Knives, which is 3 targets, 1 projectile damage, and Utility Belt, which will allow me to use 2 powers each turn. So I'm going to grab a Targeting Computer and put it into play. And I'm just going to stop this because this isn't going to work. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. I ran into a small problem with it. So we're back here on Wraith's turn, and I grabbed the microcomputer, and so I have a choice between 2 powers to use right now. I can use her Stealth ability, which will reduce the next damage the Wraith will deal by 2, and the Razor Ordnance, which we explained before. So I'm going to use the Razor Ordnance, and as you can see, since I have the micro-targeting computer out, it will do 5 damage to the mobile defense platform. That's nice to get down. So we got an infrared eyepiece. So now the environment takes a turn. So we have Obsidian Field, which will increase all damage dealt by 1 at the end of the turn. 1 player may discard 2 cards to get rid of it. And he sets up the Backlash Field, which is an ongoing card for him. Ongoing means it will stay on the field. So ongoing, so for this is every time I deal damage to him the first time each turn, I will take in turn 3 damage. So what we picked up last time around was Adhesive Foam Grenade. The environment cards cannot be played until the start of your next turn. And Ammo Drop. Whenever a villain card is destroyed, you may draw a card, even if a mode card says you cannot. So that's always nice to have as well. So I'm going to set up the Ammo Drop, and then I'm going to draw an extra card for the turn. And I am going to discard 2 cards. Since I have 2 turret modes, I'm going to discard 1 of them, and I'm going to discard my other Ammo Drop, which I'll probably regret later. So it's Haka's turn. We drew Dominion last turn, so whenever an environment card is destroyed, you may draw a card. I should have waited and done that later, before I destroyed Obsidian Field. So I'm going to use the Taiha. So I'm going to get rid of the mobile defense platform. And then I'm going to hit him. And you're going to watch the Backlash Field activates. And it's going to deal me 3 damage. But Haka is tough and he can take that. He has the most HP. So we grabbed the Grappling Hook last turn, destroy 1 ongoing or environment card, and I may draw a card. So he happened to grab an ongoing card last turn, so I'm going to get rid of it. And then which allows me to draw... Oh, so Bunker can pick up a card because of his Ammo Drop, and then I pick up another Razor Ordnance because of that. So it's Wraith's turn to use a power, and I'm going to hit him for 5 damage. So hopefully you've gotten the basic idea of this game. As you can really see, it's play, power, draw. There are cards that let you play others, and okay, so we have River of Lava. the end of the environment turn, each hero may destroy one of their equipment cards. Deal any hero that does not destroy an equipment card 3 fire damage. So, this is going to hurt, but I'm going to decide not to do that because the cards I have up. So as you can see, that did 3 damage to each of my cards, and that's not fun. So he just put in play the Blade Battalion, which will do damage based on the number of health it has, so that's 5. So let's see what I can do. Well, I picked up the grenade launcher last turn, which was, it's a power, so it deals 1 target 2 projectile damage. It may deal 2 projectile damage, and Bunker may deal a 3rd target 1 projectile damage. So it's a good chain reaction. So I'm going to put it into play. And I'm going to use the power. So I'm going to hit his Blade Battalion for 2. And then I'm going to hit him for 2. And then I'm going to see, I have an option of hitting my own, because of the wording on the card target, it's non-specific. So I can hit anything on the field that's has an HP. That's what a target is. And I drew the flat cannon, which will deal 1 target 3 damage as a power. So I'm going to use the Elbow Smash and deal... Elbow Smash is simply a 1 target 3 melee damage, which will be nice to him. And then I'm going to use the Taiha, which will deal 3 damage to both Blade Battalion and Baron Blade. As you saw, a villain card was destroyed, so Bunker picked up another card. Now we have Wraith. I have another grappling hook, so I can get rid of the River of Lava, instead of discarding the top 3 cards of my deck for each of my heroes. And normally this game is played like if you have 3 heroes, you're playing with yourself and 2 other people, and the villain and the environment do their own thing. So I'm going to use the grappling hook to get rid of the River of Lava, which causes Haka to draw a card, and because of the grappling hook, Wraith picks up throwing knives. So I'm going to use the Razor Ordnance to do another 5 damage to Baron Blade. So the environment takes another turn. We got another Obsidian Field. And he plays another mobile defense platform. And 1 sec. I am so sorry about that. I have appeared to have caught a bit of a cold. So we picked up the Flat Cannon last turn, which deals 1 target 3 projectile damage, and the Maintenance Unit, which as a power I can regain 2 HP. Right now I'm just going to set up the Flat Cannon, which will allow me to do a simple 3 damage to the... 4 damage because of the Obsidian Field. And I'm going to discard 2 cards to get rid of the Obsidian Field. So I'm going to get rid of Decommission Hardware, which is select 1 equipment card in your trash and put into play. We don't have a lot of equipment card in our discard. We only have a auxiliary power source right now. And we don't need 2 Gatling Guns because it is a limited card when it goes out. So I'm going to get rid of the other one. And since the card was destroyed, Hawkeye gets another card. So I'm going to Elbow Smash again, because I picked up another Elbow Smash. And then the Taiha will do 3 damage to the mobile platform, getting rid of it, which is, again, allow me to do 3 damage to Baron Blade. And Hawkeye picked up another Taiha. So, if you're wondering what the infrared dice piece is, reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. Put one of them on the top of the villain deck and the other on the bottom, and draw a card. So that's an interesting card if you want to help, like, see what's coming up in what Baron Blade's going to do next. The Inventory Barrage is destroy all of your equipment cards. The Wraith deals 1 target X projectile damage, or X equals 2 times the number of cards destroyed this way. So if I destroyed the 2 cards I had out right now, I would do 4 damage, which I don't really want to do right now. So I'm going to set up the Mega Computer, which is going to reduce damage by environment cards by 1. See, that's going to help me, but that's also going to help him. So he's going to take less damage from them as well. So I'm just going to finish off by using Razor Ordnance on Baron Blade. So the environment comes back out. We get another River of Lava. Now, because of... And if you can see around here, it says 3 in quotations. That's because there's 3 players playing. there is numbers that will change based on how many players are playing the game. So if in this example, if I had 5 players, it would do 5 damage. So I'm going to choose not to do this again, and I'm going to take. It says 3, but as soon as I look here, it's -1 because of the mega computer. It's a little less damage. So then he plays Devious Disruption. So each player may destroy any of their equipment and ongoing cards, and then he's going to do X. He's going to do. So how many cards I have in play? +3. So I need to I need to destroy some cards. So currently that's another 3 damage. So I got to destroy. I don't want to take a lot of damage with this, so I got to get rid of a lot of cards here. So that would have been 5, 6, 7. If I left all those cards up, that would have been 11 damage. Instead, I'm going to choose to take 3. See, that hurt a lot of plans I had going forward. So we picked up upgrade mode last turn. So I may play additional card, but I cannot draw or use powers. So I don't really want to use that right now because I need more cards in my hand. I need to do some little. So I'm going to play an auxiliary power source and destroy it to get 3 more cards for Bunker. And that's his turn, as he picks up an auxiliary. So we picked up this Taiha last turn, so we're going to use it to do an extra. The reason I'm using the Taiha instead of Haka's regular powers is just 1 extra damage. So it's a little more damage, which is always nice. So I'm going to get Razor Ordnance back out and do 3 projectile damage to Baron Blade. So he has 5 HP left. And then we picked up Smoke Bombs. So if I agree to discard the top 3 cards in my deck, I can get rid of the Lord of Lava. I'm going to say yes, because I do not want to take damage from it again. Oh, not the Primordial Pant Life. So when this card enters play, each hero may destroy one of their ongoing cards. Deal any hero that does not destroy any ongoing cards 4 toxic damage at the end of the environment turn. Destroy this card. So since I have no ongoing cards right now for any of my characters, they're all going to take 4 damage. This has not been a good round for us. And then, of course, he gets Hasten Doom, which deals each hero 2 toxic damage. And he's allowed to play his next card, which is a Blade Battalion, which will do 5 damage to my highest HP character, which was Bunker at the time. So I'm going to help out Bunker here by reducing his damage taken by 1, and he's going to draw a card for now. Okay, so I'm going to play Haka of Battle. This was a card we picked up, so I can draw 2 more cards and discard 1 or more, and then it increases the amount of damage I'm going to do with my next attack. So if I discard 2 cards, my first strike with Taiha was going to do 5 damage. So we have 2 Haka of Shieldings, and we have 2 of these. So I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to hit Baron Blade for 5, which is going to kill him for this side. But since his flip ability is, when he reaches 0, he flips the other side. So I'm going to do, see, the Haka of Battle only lasts for 1 hit, so we only do 3 damage to the Blade Battalion. So I got to show you, so Baron Blade is now on his Vengeful Van Scientist. So he restores his HP to 30. He removes the 3 mobile defense platforms out of his deck, so he cannot be immune to damage while he's in this mode. And then at the end of each turn, he's also going to do an additional 3 energy damage. So I have no idea what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to play Smoke Bombs. So whenever a villain card would deal damage to the hero target with the lowest HP, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP, and reduce that damage by 1. So that's going to be nice to have out. So I'm going to use the Razor Ordnance to get rid of the Blade Battalion. So the environment's turn, and we have the Velociraptor pack. So what the Velociraptor pack does, I have to do that in a bit. So he's playing Hasten Doom again, so that's another 2 damage for everybody. which I can redirect to one of these guys to do. So they're going to take 3. So So Wraith is going to take an extra 3 damage, and then he has remote powered turret out now. So that's going to do 3 damage to everybody. And I'm going to say no, he's not considered to have the lowest HP, because I don't want to redirect that damage to Wraith. So, I was going to show you what the Velociraptor pack, at the end of the turn, this card deals the non-environment card with the lowest HP X damage, where X is the number of Velociraptor packs in play. There's multiple of them in the environment deck. So I'm going to play Internal Combustion. I'm going to do 1 damage to myself and 3 damage to everything else. That's not a hero. And then he's just going to pick up a card. So this is going to be nice. Oh, I'm going to just regain 2 HP with Haka and draw an extra card. And with the Taiha, I'm going to hit the remote powered turret and him, because I need to work him down. I should have gotten rid of the Velociraptor pack, but I can always read it. So I'm going to play the throwing knives. So this is going to do 1 damage to 3 targets. So hit Baron Blade, this one, and Velociraptor pack. So the Velociraptor pack, so Pterodactyl Thief gets into play. So we got Hasten Doom out again. I'm going to redirect the damage to Haka. So he's going to take a little extra damage. And he sets up another backlash field. So he's going to do 3 damage to either Bunker or Wraith. I'm going to do it to Bunker, because he has the damage reduction. As you can see, I'm not the best at this game, but a lot of times it will... The game fights back, basically. So I'm going to do another... This is a gamble. I'm going to do 2 damage to another 2 damage to myself, but I'm going to do 3 damage to everything. Which... Oh, no, I should have hit everybody else first. No, but the backlash field... Okay. Activated and... Okay. I don't know what happened there, but I missed something. So I'm going to grab the equipment, grab another card... And Haka's turn. So I'm going to do, we got Ground Pound here, which if I discard 2 cards, non-hero targets cannot deal damage. So I think I'm going to get that out, and I'm going to discard 2 cards. This one, and this one. So they cannot deal damage to me. So if I can use the Taiha and kill the Pterodactyl Thief, which I didn't explain what he did, but... Basically what the Pterodactyl Thief will do, see the backlash field won't do damage to me because of the Ground Pound. What the Pterodactyl Thief will do, he'll steal all the equipment cards in play and then deal damage based on the number of equipment cards he stole. So I'm going to get the Stun Bolt out. What the Stun Bolt does is I deal 1 target but reduce whoever I hit by damage by 1. I'm basically trying to get a lot of cards out so I can use the inventory barrage next turn. So we got another Velociraptor pack out, which will not do any damage. Baron Blade is going to play Hasten Doom again, but won't do any damage to us because of Ground Pound. And then he's going to heal. He's going to heal 10. So my big plan didn't really work. So we don't really have any... So I'm going to play this to get an inventory card from my... So I'm going to grab the Flat Cannon back and put it into play. And I'm going to hit the Velociraptor pack, because I currently do not want to hit him. Oh, I could have hit him, because Ground Pound was still in play. So I'm going to charge up for a big attack here. I'm going to use Haka of Battle. He's going to draw 2 cards. So I'm going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing an all or nothing play here. I discard 6 cards to increase my damage by 6, so I can use my power to hit him for 9 damage. So 3 plus the 6 I just discarded, so I'm going to hit him for 9. Which will take 3 damage for that, and then I'm going to hit the Velociraptor pack to get rid of it. So I'm going to take a big risk here. So how many cards do I have in play? 1, 2, I have 4 equipments in play. If I wait a turn... So I'm going to do this. I'm going to reduce damage dealt to Wraith by 2. And then I'm going to hit him with Razor Ordnance. So backers field actually... So I reduce by 1, so he only takes 1 damage. The T-Rex... Okay. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals... I have to lose a character. I'm going to lose Bunker here. I think I've just lost. I've lost. So, I lost this game, but I'm glad I got to play it for you guys and show how much I do really love this game. So, this is going to be This is the first day episode of Sentinels Sunday. First episode of Sentinels Sunday. And this is a weekly series I'm going to have every Sunday, and if there's a certain hero, like I'm going to show... So Baron Blade will be back next week because we did not beat him. And here are all the heroes. If there's any hero you kind of want to see, like what they kind of do, or what their variants can do, let me know, and I'll put them in play. Otherwise, I was going to randomize... I'll just do another random game against Baron Blade, and we'll see what we get. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm sorry the first game wasn't a win. And this is actually the second episode I've tried recording. The first one, I had severe mic problems, and the game audio wasn't recording properly. So that one didn't come into fruition, but I get to play it again, which is never a problem with me, because I play this game on my own a lot anyway. So hopefully that will work, and when this game gets to multiplayer, I look forward to maybe playing... I can set up a game with viewers that want to play with me. So, hope you enjoyed this, and remember to leave a hit that like button, leave a comment on what you thought, and like if there's anything you really want to see from this game, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, just remember, you're all awesome, and I'll see you all next time.